In this video, we're going to take a look at writing the equation of a line that is perpendicular to a given equation. So I want you to write the equation of a line that's perpendicular to the equation y equals 2x minus 2. So what I have to identify first is the slope of my given equation. So my slope is 2. So I know that I need to find a slope that is perpendicular to a slope of 2. Well, we learned that perpendicular slopes are not the same. That's parallel. But perpendicular slopes have a relationship. They are always negative reciprocals of each other. So the slope of 2 is actually 2 over positive 1. So the negative or opposite reciprocal, I should say, the opposite reciprocal of positive 2 over 1 would be to take negative, since the opposite of positive is negative, and I'm going to have 1 over 2 to take the reciprocal. So writing an equation of a line that would be perpendicular to 2x minus 2 would be any line with a slope of negative 1/2. So I could write, for example, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. My y-intercept can be anything except for negative 2, and this line would be perpendicular to the line that's given. So now I'd like to take that a step further, and I'd like to find the equation of the line that's perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 2, but passes through the point 4, 0. So we learned in the last slide that since the slope is 2, my perpendicular slope must be negative 1 over 2. So that must be my perpendicular m. So the equation of my line has got to start y equals negative 1/2 x plus b. Now how am I going to find the appropriate b for this point? Just like we've been doing for the last week, we're going to take the 4 and the 0 and plug them in for my x and my y. So 0 will go in for my y, 4 will go in for my x. I'm going to solve this equation. So 0 equals negative 2 plus b. My b is 2. So my final equation is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. So that would be the equation of the line that is perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 2, but also passes through the point 4, 0. Now I'm going to write the equation line that is perpendicular to 2y minus 3x equals 10, and passes through the point negative 6, 1. Now, I don't know the slope of that given line yet, because it's not in slope-intercept form. So I've got to take that given line, and I've got to isolate my y. So I'm going to move 3x over to the other side, and now my last step is to divide by 2. So I'm going to get y equals 3 over 2x plus 5. If I look at the equation of that line, I know that my slope is 3 over 2. Well, that must mean that my perpendicular slope, again, opposite or negative reciprocal, so I'm going to make it negative since it is positive, and I'm going to make it 2 over 3. So there's my slope. That's the slope that I'm going to use in my equation. Now I'm going to write my equation as y equals negative 2 over 3 x plus b, and I'm going to plug in my point for x and for y. So I'm going to plug the 1 in for the y and the negative 6 for the x. I'm going to solve this equation. So negative 2/3 times negative 6 is actually going to equal just a positive 4. Going to subtract 4, so negative 3 equals b, and the equation of my line that is perpendicular is negative 2/3 x minus 3. So that is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to 2y minus 3x equals 10, and passes through the point negative 6, 1.